Yo, what's going on, y'all? Today I'm going to be breaking down how to make crazy rage samples for like Trippieredd or Playboicarti without using SERUM, because I know a lot of people can't afford SERUM or they just don't have it for whatever reason. So I'm going to be breaking down how to make it with mostly flex and just one instance of purity. So yeah, here's the final sample. So yeah, I mean, it's really sample art. It's really like ragey and kind of ambient and spacey, and it's really fire, and you don't need to use any fancy expensive VSTs for it. So yeah, the first thing I did was I just opened up this instance of Flex, and I got the Do Oscillator from Safe Samir Synthwave, and I just started laying down some chords. This is what the chords sound like. But yeah, I mean, it's really simple. It's really just a G sharp minor into a D sharp minor, D sharp major? No, D sharp minor. And then that into a B major. And it's really just following, so really what you want to do when you make these rage melodies is you want to just follow a root note and then just add some chords. So here, I'll make another one from scratch just to show y'all like an example. Let's just start with the G. So yeah, I mean, it's really easy. You just gotta play around with root notes and just find some chords that work really well with your sample. Afterwards, I just added another instance of Flex, and it's in the same bank, the Safe Samir Synthwave bank, and it's called Organic. This is what it sounds like. It's just like, it just layers on top of the other instance of Flex, and it gives the melody a little bit more body. And I put all this on just channel 1, and the only thing I did is just I had a low cut to cut out all the lows. But yeah, I guess the key with, like, another key with hyperpop melodies is just to really layer them to make every sound super rich, because you're gonna kill yourself trying to find the perfect sound for anything. So just layer, layer, layer until you can make that perfect sound. Afterwards, I added another sound from this bank, and it's called the DX7 Space Keys, and that's what it sounds like. It's just like this high bell kind of sound, and really all I'm doing, the theory behind this, is I'm just starting off with G sharp and then working down the scale and doing that over and over again with just a low B in there to add a little bounce. And yeah, so this is going to sound like a little emotional because you have like the 7th and then you're going down, and the 7th of the scale is always kind of an emotional sounding note, I guess, and then you're just going down from the 7th to D sharp C, and then over here just starting from this D sharp C sharp and just going down the D sharp, really, from the D sharp. After that, I just added another really high bell sound from this Safe Samir bank, and this is kind of like that really spacey melody you hear in the sample, and I'll play it out right now. Really, again, I just copied the chords to add even a little more body, and then I just repeated this F sharp, D sharp, C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B thingy that was going on over here. But I kept it really high so it didn't clash, first of all, and I also like changed up the rhythm. So when you change up the rhythm and stuff, it really complements really nicely with this. Like, I'll play them both side by side or together. And after that, I knew I really wanted to get a lead, so I went to Purity, and this is the only paid VST that I used in the entire beat. And it's like a $50 VST you can probably find on sale. But Purity is just, I highly recommend it. It's got some amazing synths and some really good pianos too. But yeah, I just made this lead melody in Purity, and this is what it sounds like. when you make these lead melodies, you want to really repeat a note over and over again. And in this case, it's this D sharp. And really, I'm just using 4 notes for the entire melody, pretty much. I have a few other notes scattered about, but I'm really only using 4 notes. Like this E is in there a little bit, these lower notes are in there, but it's really just D sharp, F, A sharp, B. I'm censoring around this because D sharp, again, is the 5th of the scale, and it's in the G sharp minor chord, so is B. F sharp's the 7th, so it makes it sound more emotional, because this melody isn't really as much of like it's a little bit more of an emotional rage melody. And it's A sharp because I just like the way it sounded. So this first part I'm just going up, and then it's kind of like an ascending part. And then over here I literally just switch the position of the D sharp and the B, and the A sharp and the F sharp, so it's going down. And then just add a few of these little rolls. And I guess that's another, like, that's really important when you're making lead melodies, is just go into one of the smaller ones, like 1/2 step or 1/3 step or whatever, and just add some of these rolls, because especially on a lead that's portamento, which means it slides, it really just makes it sound really cool. Like, this is what it sounds like without the roll, and with the roll, it just sounds a lot cooler. And with everything else, this is what it sounds like now. So it really just complements the melody extremely well. But I still felt like there was something missing, so I went back into Flex and I got this Mark sound from the Safe Samir Synthwave Bank. And again, I just copied the chord, sad body, and then I added this little triplet roll, and this is what it sounds like. Really simple. It's really just a G sharp minor over here. No, I lied. This is just a B major, and this is just also a B major. I just start on a different note and arpeggiate it differently. And you can't really hear this when you're playing with everything else. When it's playing by itself, like for example over here, you can really hear it. It's like another really cool like accent melody you can just throw in sparingly if you want to, but it's just really cool. I like the sound of it. And I'll break down the effects that I put on it, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I put quite a few on it. This is what it sounds like dry. I just kind of took away some of the high end, added some reverb, delay, stereo shaper, more delay, and then yeah, I just took away some of the high end to make it sound a little bit less harsh. But yeah, and just to round out everything, I just added a bass from a one-shot kit that I'm working on. Oh. And this, I put, so I have like send, I have like an 808 send, or like just Elite 808. It's got like a lot of distortion and stuff, so this is what it sounds like without that. So it really just makes it sound a lot more distorted, which is what you kind of want for a rage beat. And really it's just distortion, more distortion, compressor, Camel Crush, which I highly recommend. I'll put it in the description. It's a great distortion plugin and it's free. Wave Shaper for more distortion, EQ to take out some of the highs, Resonator, which that's some sauce. I'll break that down for y'all. If you go into, where is it, Patcher, and you go to presets, then there's a ton of these like preset thingies, like especially in the Wise Labs and Euolian. I don't know where I heard about this from, but they got tons of little, it's like secret effects, I guess. And I really like the Resonator, and this is what it sounds like with and without it. Real quick. Just makes it even more distorted. But yeah, after that, it's just another thing from Patcher, EQ, and then Soft Clipper. And then altogether, it sounds really like homogeneous. It sounds really cool. So yeah, drums, honestly, when you're putting drums on rage melodies, it is mad simple. I did not do anything crazy. It's probably took me 5 minutes tops. First thing I did is I pitched down the sample by 100 cents, which is just one semitone, so now it's in G minor. But yeah, I just played really root notes with the 808. I just grabbed like a super big 808, Gazé 808, and I just distorted it. It's just root notes with like a little, you know, just a little bounce every now and then. And over here, I just added a high A just for variation. But yeah, that's mad simple. Then you just grab a clap. I just played that on the regular clap pattern. With the hi-hats, I decided to do a little, like, something a little bit more inventive, and I just, it's a two-step. with these like little rolls. Like it just mimics the fast rolls that this melody plays. I think this one. Ooh. Yeah, it just mimics the rolls that plays, and it just accentuates it, I guess. But it sounded cool, so I threw it in there with the hi-hats, and then I added like a fast roll and then a few other rolls sparingly. And this is what the body of the drum sounds like. Yeah, it's really simple. And then I just literally added an open hat every, like, I don't really know what this is, every 8th beat, I guess. And then I just added the snare. But yeah, I mean, that pretty much wraps it up. If y'all enjoyed the tutorial, then be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, peace out.